We're here with 17-year-old Indigenous activist Alexa Blyan, who is here with us to talk a lot about your culture, your heritage, a lot of things that we want to discuss, obviously. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Obviously, you turned 17 today. Congratulations. Yes. So tell us a bit about being an activist and why you decided to go forth and do that.
So when I started, I didn't really even mean to fall into it. It's kind of just something they asked me to do at the school. We were doing an event called Pechakucha, which is also coming up again this year.
Okay, so the event is coming up, and that's how you started. Obviously, your grandmother was a big influence. She was part of the one of the women that were in the residential schools, and she was a survivor of that. And that, you said, influenced you to become an activist in terms of your culture and understanding what they went through.
Yeah, so my kukum has always been really just a huge part of my life, and my other grandmother too. She always gets mad if I don't mention her. But they're both just really strong women, and seeing the hardships that they've went through and seeing how they've been able to overcome that has just made me want to help other people to do the same.
Of course. And being an Indigenous youth, you obviously go through a lot of stuff. You watch a lot of stuff on the media. Your parents have gone through that kind of stuff, and the missing and murdered Indigenous women, which you talk about a lot, right? So that has influenced you in a lot and has also put fear in your heart in terms of going out and all that. Can you talk a little bit about that?
So since I was a little kid, I suffered with lots of anxiety to the point where I was too scared to go up for my pre-K graduation. And with the things that Indigenous women go through and Indigenous people in general, it's just made it a lot more difficult and a lot worse. But I feel like using my voice and getting out there has really made it easier.
Yeah, and you had a lot of friends that were also missing, and that affected you, you had said earlier. Tell us a little bit about that. Were they close friends?
A few of them were just people who I go to school with, people I've seen around. It happens so often that it's really hard to get super into detail with each and every one of them. It's just terrible. It's
terrible. And being young in school and everything, you're coming out and saying, this is who I am, this is my culture, this is what we want to talk about. A lot of your fears, a lot of depression, and all those types of things that you guys endure, but you're becoming a force to reckon with, kind of thing. Tell us a little bit about the types of things you're doing at school and other places.
So in my school, we have the SOAR mentorship program where we go to different schools and we talk about different issues that Indigenous people face, and we help younger kids to hopefully grow up not being as afraid to embrace their culture. And then outside of that, I go around. It's been across Alberta and Saskatchewan so far, doing speeches, trying to bring awareness to the issue.
Yeah. And what do you want people to get out of this in terms of being a motivational speaker as well as your culture, Indigenous culture? We all learn about it, we all know about it, we live here, we have to know about that. But what is it that you want people to understand?
That it's more than just books and lessons, and that it actually does affect people not only in the past but every day today. And it's something we can change and something we need to take accountability for.
Yeah, your family must be proud of you because you're out there saying, let's work with the youth. Are other youth coming along and joining you?
Yeah. Across Canada, there's so many people now that have spoken up, and just it's been amazing.
It's been amazing. Wow. And you obviously want to continue that. It's very important to you.
Yeah.
What's next for you? What are you working on right now?
Right now, I'm currently writing my first book.
Okay.
And then I'm also just focusing on doing more speeches, making videos to spread across social media, and just to keep putting my voice out there.
Awesome. And you can't tell us you're writing a book and not tell us what the book is about. Is that a secret?
So far.
So far? Okay. It's obviously a personal thing.
Yeah, it's about missing and murdered Indigenous women and other issues that Indigenous people have faced in Canada.
Awesome. Where can we find you, and how can people get in touch with you if they wanted to do more or give you more information and talk to you?
So I have my Facebook page.
Okay.
If you put Alexa C. Blyan, then I'm pretty sure you'll find it.
Yeah.
And other than that, you just search me up on YouTube.
On YouTube. Well, thank you so much for being here and talking about this.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
me.
And happy birthday. You're 17 now, so happy birthday.
Thank you.
Awesome.